Hello, Dr. Tawana Worlds by birth, also known as a disruptor. Did you know that millions who grow up in poverty also die in poverty? Have you ever heard the saying, what good can come out of the hood? Well, I'm here to disrupt for just a minute. Yes, I was that little girl that grew up in the hood, grew up in the ghetto, single mother, absent father, eating out of the trash can just to survive. But I was also that girl that determined way back then that I was not going to become a product of my past. And now I help others do the same thing. I'm not a victim, I'm a victor. I help men and women from similar backgrounds find value in their own vote and create wealth from within. What's going on, y'all? What is going on? It's a whole lot of going on. Hold on one second. Let me get all my cousins in the room. What's up, people? Hold on. Get my other cousins in the room over here. I hope all is well with everybody. Let me say this first and foremost. Welcome. Welcome to all of those who are tapping in for the very first time. Welcome to those who are always spinning the block, coming to hang with your girl, Dr. Worlds. Okay, I got a lot of content to cover. Okay, I got a lot for y'all to see. So before I just go ahead, I'm not going to hold you guys here long with no long introduction. None of that. I am going to simply say, I'm trying to fix my camera over here, y'all. Give me uno momento, literally. All right, that might work. All right. Cool, we ready to go. Okay, let me introduce my other cousins. What's going on, Instagram family, YouTube, Facebook? I am multi-streaming. Welcome in, friends. Okay, this is your first time. Please consider coming back, spinning the block. If you've been by here more than twice, we locked in. Go ahead and make a commitment. We family forever, okay? Y'all share this with everybody everywhere. Y'all already see the title. Like I said, I'm not going to give y'all no long introduction. I'm not. I got a lot for us to see. I think everybody should be aware of what in the Hades is going on around us so we know how to move accordingly, okay? I need y'all to share this with everybody everywhere. I am not kidding. Do not let the machine win against the man, okay? It's man versus machine. I say that all the time because it is real. If we don't tell the machine that this is a video that should make it to the top of the feed, show up in somebody's timeline, it will not get there. And when you speak the truth, they don't like you, okay? When you go get out here and start hooping and hollering and running your mouth about, hey, y'all see this, y'all see that, peep out what they doing over here, y'all, hey, pay attention, wake up. You become a target, literally. If you are not a threat, you're not no target, and I'm cool with that. I'm already accepted that. I think about it every time I sit down here to open up my mouth and show y'all what in the world is going on, okay? I've already solidified my yes. Whatever it takes, whatever I got to do, I'm going to do that, okay? Because I ain't scared. And ain't no chicken in my blood. This life, this earth, no, it's not mine. Okay, I'm going back home. All right. And to be absent in the body is to be present with my Lord and Savior. So it is what it is. Y'all got to forgive me. I might put this rag back on my head, especially if this hair start acting like It want to stop and block me and get in my way, okay? So if you see me fixing myself, I'm not caught up in myself or none of that. I don't like hair in my face. So if you see me adjusting something, that's what you see me adjusting. And anytime if I stop and I got to put on that ancient mama rag, I will. Now, share, like, invite. Please make sure you comment, okay? That is the admission to be able to watch the content. And I guarantee you're going to watch this content. This is content for everybody. The country, the culture, the community, for everybody. This is stuff that we need to be paying attention to because they got us real distracted with this Epstein stuff that they've been knowing for umpteen years since he was doing it. His daddy and all the other generations that preceded him were doing this type of PDF file activity, and they want us focused on Jay-Z and who was in it. Y'all been knew this stuff. But the Bible is clear that in the last days, we will be awakened to this. Our eyes will be wide open, so it's not a surprise. It's not a shock. Prophecy is playing out. Period, point blank. Whatever has been done in secret will be exposed on the rooftops. This is not nothing that is taking us by surprise, but this is time to be vigilant. It's time to be awakened. It's time to be on your feet and get up off of your rear end. It's time for you to be doing something, okay? Period, point blank. With that being said, if you just coming in here, I'm going to say it periodically throughout this video. I want you to share this with everybody, whether they hear or they forbear. I want you to share this with everybody. And no, I am not just going to share this information with you and leave you hanging, okay? There is always a way, and there is always a way around the way. There is always solutions, and I'm going to give y'all some at the end. But let me go ahead and just crank this up. Now, they may come for my video. Because I am sharing content, they don't want you to know. So I'm going to keep on saying, share this video, okay? I'm going to keep on saying it. This may be the only time you get to catch the information. Trust me, I know. If they block or ban my video, which I decree and declare that they will not, but these are their platforms, and I'm at the mercy of them when it comes to their platforms because we don't own none, you feel me? Share this so people can get it live. If that's the only way they can get it live, okay? All right, now I'm going to share my camera. Let me go ahead and I'm going to start off with this, okay? This is going to be a quick recap so I can get this off my screen, but I am going to share this with y'all real quick. And if you've seen it before, you're about to see it again. And if you ain't ever seen it, you're about to see it for the first time. But this is the ultimate goal. The America, the world as we know it, is no longer the world as we know it. It will not be the world as we know it. And in 18 months, the dollar will be completely gone. That's why I said this is definitely a video worth sharing. Real talk. If people don't know that they only have, a small amount of time, a window of time to actually prepare themselves and do something different, then they will be SOL. They will be up boo-boo creek. Okay, that's a clean version. Let me go ahead and start us off with this real quick.
Trump is creating a new style of governance the world has never seen. Donald Trump unveiled his Board of Peace. At the same time, Jared Kushner unveiled a new Gaza plan for rebuilding the Gaza Strip. Rather than the people governing themselves through the ballot box, like with a democracy, or even rather than a monarchy or a dictator, this is a new style of governance that is being rolled out, where essentially investors are going to build up territories, build up countries, build up nations, and they will control them. It would be run run by, rather than presidents and prime ministers, sovereign CEOs. This is much more sinister. And let me explain. It starts off with Kushner's new Gaza plan. I think they've chosen Gaza because they knew they could bomb the heck out of it to raise the entire place so that they could clear all the rubble, build something brand new, and try out this new style of world domination. And we know this because the Board of Peace is not, even though it was supposed to be created for Gaza, it's not in their charter. Gaza's not mentioned. It's for any and all territories that they can essentially get their hands on to do this exact same project. Gaza is just the prototype. Now let's first listen to Jared Kushner talking about the new Gaza plan.
We want to encourage all the countries to be able to follow these best practices. What the Board of Peace will have the ability to do if we're successful with Gaza is really show how do you do peace implementation. As we're creating this system, we can just document these learnings and make them available to all else who want to use them in the future.
Very specifically, Jared Kushner is talking about investors redesigning a strip of land whose people still do not control their borders, their politics, or their security. They will not be in charge.
There'll be amazing investment opportunities.
The charter for the Board of Peace actually gives Trump ultimate decision-making power with the ability to act on the board's behalf without needing full board consent, essentially making him a king of a territory. That is essentially what this is. And the thing about the Board of Peace is that it's not limited to Gaza. When they started Board of Peace, they said, oh, this is for the rebuilding of Gaza. But then they wrote the charter and they unveiled the charter, and it turned out, wait a minute, this isn't limited to Gaza. This is for any and all areas of the world that you believe there's a conflict, and you're going to go in there with investor money and rebuild the.
Why are you having trouble playing this video? Hold on. Okay. Just to sum it up, she was already almost done saying that they're going to go in there and they are going to rebuild Gaza, rebuild this whole little city. If you guys don't know who Jared Kushner is, this is Donald Trump's son-in-law. Okay. This just happened like maybe a week and a half ago, 2 weeks now, where he revealed this Board of Peace. And then when he revealed this Board of Peace, he also pulled out of the WEF. He pulled out of the United Nations. He pulled out of the WHO. Why? Because you cannot be in partnership with them and then over here creating your own system that is counter intuitive to what they are doing, what their agenda is, what their plan. He wants to have kings with no kingdoms. They want to have digital domination. And he's a part of the digital, he knows that there ain't going to be no hope for America unless it go digital. But I just wanted to open us up with that first, okay? I just wanted to open it up with that first. I'm going to be sharing a lot of information that we all need to see. Now, let me get this off the screen. Let me go over to the next one, okay? Now, I'm going to pull this up. I'm just going to flow in whatever order. We're going to ride with that. Okay? I want y'all to pay attention to this. Okay? FBI's urgent warning sounds the alarm. America's enemies have found a way to strike us without firing a single shot. Hackers are attacking city water systems, overriding safety protocols to weaponize our utilities against us, and positioning themselves to strike when the signal comes. Now, I don't know if y'all remember, they mentioned all of these sleeper cells in the United States of America. About a year, the FBI was on high alert, okay? This was right before Trump took office. FBI was on high alert. They even had the drones, during his inauguration, flying to detect nuclear substance or particles in the air before he went on down to Washington, D.C. This was a big thing. I covered it. I don't have time to go back over all of that and show you all of this. I am building a foundation on what in the heck is happening, because this next piece of information will cause you to understand even more so, why is there a warning? Why are they sounding the alarm about the water? Why is our water at risk? Why are we in danger when it comes to the water? We've been in danger when they let China go in and buy up a whole big aqueduct. Literally, like maybe the end of 2025, I reported on it that they had came in and said why Americans are becoming poor and they cannot afford the cost of living. They cannot pay their rent and their mortgage. So many people are trying to back out of home ownership, and they had just bought their homes, and how, you know, the younger people are not able to actually buy homes anymore. They noticed that there was a large amount of land, especially near military bases and waterways, that was being purchased by Chinese people. In my state of Texas, they banned any Chinese nationals, Chinese citizens that used to be, you know, from China. Now they're citizens of the United States. It doesn't matter. You can't buy no land in Texas because of the dangers that was associated with allowing them to buy up all this land. I mean, they spent hundreds of millions of dollars to be able to purchase this land, but I sounded the alarm about it. I was knocking down the door, especially when I paid attention to, why are you buying land by the water? We think that nuclear weapon, you know, and you know, fighting with tankers in the streets is the only way you go to war. It is not. When they actually decided to take the Chinese yuan and Russia and all those other BRIC nations, when they decided to go ahead and create their own currency, whether digital, backed by gold, and get away from the American dollar, that was already a war declared on America, because America has been the superpower when it comes to currency and military power forever, since its inception, literally. Okay? Now that we have printed out all this money, the pandemic, you know, all of that stuff, and now we're learning that even that, okay, was done intentionally, that it came from a country of our enemies, and it did a lot of damage. Okay, now we're learning that. Now Congress is questioning and you know, putting people on the stand to testify about, did it leak? How did it happen? Why was our government funding it through government contracts? The whole 9 yards. You have to go and look at the congressional sessions that they are now having with Dr. Fauci and all the people that was involved with that thing that happened in 2020. Okay? Now, I want to share this next thing with you real quick. Let me go ahead and get it queued up real fast. Now that you see, we are being attacked from within, not without. We don't have to worry about, I mean, well, that still is a threat. So I'm not going to play it off like, oh, you ain't got to worry about no nuclear weapon, because I'm about to show you now they're saying America can be struck in the near future with some type of nuclear, okay, situation. And they're now saying, if you live in these areas, in this area, you know, this is how long you would have to live. This is how long you would actually survive. You know, the Pentagon has come out and said, yeah, we are, you know, it's very high probability that we will be attacked with a nuclear weapon. But I'm trying to tell y'all that is not the only way. We can go to war without them ever firing one single shot. If they attack the waterways, do you know that that will shut this whole entire country down like that? All the things that rely on water, clean water, you know, the animals, the livestock, everything that relies on water. Our country will go down like that, literally. if they were to attack the grid. Stop our banking, stop our working, our driving, our planes, our trains, everything that is connected to the grid, to electricity, or to the internet. Everything about our lives run off of online, internet, all of this stuff. Practically. You wouldn't be able to pull up a GPS. You wouldn't be able to log on social media. You wouldn't be able to log on and do a business online, pay a bill. You wouldn't be able to go to the grocery store and check out, go to an ATM, withdraw money. It would be a natural catastrophe. So they don't have to use nuclear weapons to take us out. They own the land. America let these people come in and buy thousands of acres of land next to military industrial places and spaces, all of this stuff next to our waterways. All they got to do is attack the water or the ground. Let me let y'all see this next video, okay? And I'm going to say again, please share this now. Share this with everybody. Hold on, let me stop the share over there and bring it back over here. Hello, sister. How are you? Hello, sister. Sonia, how are you, sister? If I miss y'all hellos, it's because I'm screen sharing and I'm on the other screen. But please just know I'm not ignoring anybody. And as soon as I see it, I will acknowledge you, okay? All right, I want y'all to check this out. Let me go ahead and turn up the volume.
Scene where the FBI and the Vegas PD just busted up a possible Chinese bioweapons lab. And I found some pretty interesting things.
This is the second one. Where I am right now in California, okay? Very, very close by. That was the first one. And you're going to hear about the first one and who the owner is and who they tied to. Now this is the second one in Vegas. Y'all just need to listen.
Check this out. Now, here's a place where they said they found refrigerators with unmarked, unknown liquids, which is actually linked to another bioweapons lab that was found in Reedley, California. But check this out. Now, the house is right over there, but look where it is located. It's literally steps away from this right here, you guys, from the reservoir and pumping station.
Okay? In case y'all can't see it, right across the street, literally steps, walking distance to the reservoir and pumping station. A biochemical weapons lab ran straight out of a house. Same thing was in Fresno. They found Ebola, they found herpes, they found COVID. Who harvests pathogens like that? That's another way they can attack us without ever firing a single shot. Why would you be housing or hosting pathogens that could unalive large quantities of people? How did you get that in here? How did you go undetected for so long? I digress.
There you go, right there. So what does this mean? This means whatever they had planned, they want to be close to the water supply. So the last house that they busted up had HIV, Ebola, malaria, you name it. Now, this home was owned by a Chinese national by the name of David He, which was an alias, and he actually transferred the home to David Destiny Discovery, then fled to China post the 2023 Reedley raid. And not to mention the property manager, Ori Solomon, had multiple passports, including a French passport and an Israeli passport. Now, David He has been in custody since the 2023 raid, but not one, not two, but a third house that he actually owns in Clovis, California pops up as well. So need to look into this one too. And I've been telling you guys for a long time that China has been playing 5D chess when it comes to the invasion of America, because remember this? This happened last year where 3 Chinese scientists were smuggling in dangerous agricultural fungi via the University of Michigan. And it's important to note that one of the scientists actually came from Wuhan. Now, David He and his whole operation had rats that were genetically engineered with the COVID virus. And where did they say COVID started? Wuhan. And if China isn't invading America, then why do they own over 300,000 acres of land in America? And a lot of this land is around military bases, not to mention those pathogens that they were smuggling into the University of Michigan were toxic to agriculture, farmland. And we can't forget CCP-linked billionaire Neville Singham, who fled to Shanghai, was funding anti-ICE riots. So it seems like somebody has it out for us to erode America from the inside out. Make sure you guys go to my YouTube, The Maverick Approach, because I'm going to do a bigger breakdown on this, but let me know what you guys think below.
Okay? Y'all go follow him. Y'all go follow him. He puts out very good information. Go follow him. Okay? And go look up the lab that was busted and how this is being linked to people that don't even like us. The greatest attack on America happened when they opened up them borders. When they opened up them borders, they let the very pits of hell. Why they would even do such a thing, you can't even wrap your mind around. Why would you do that? No other country would ever do that to us. So why in the world would you do that? But black people, my black people, let me tell you why they did that. To replace you. To get those people to come in here and steal all of your benefits, all of your resources, all of your health care, all of your low income, everything, steal it from you, so that in return for us allowing you to come in here and get access to the American life, you will vote for a particular party for the rest of your life. Meanwhile, you got our folks out there talking about F ICE, get ICE out of here. Oh, they're so racist. Oh, they're so this. Wait till I show you what is next. We thinking on a shallow level. If you be honest, and I'm not taking up for Donald Trump because I don't know him. All of those are politicans, okay? I don't belong to the United States. I am a child of God. Do not get this twisted. But I'm going to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help me God. All of us is racist, or shall I say prejudice. All of us. Some is just more blatant than others. I don't care what you say or how you feel about my skin color, long as you don't put your hands on me. You put your hands on me, I'm going to get real holy and hood on you real quick, okay? You're going to regret the day. I'm not pulling out no camera phone and recording. I'm not doing none of that, okay? I'm going to lay hands on you in the name of Jesus Christ of Nazareth. That's just facts. I don't care what nobody say about that, okay? And then I'll answer to God about whatever else pursues thereafter. But I walk around with that type of mentality, okay? Have always been. I have never had any encounters, and that's just being me, with any lick of a person who wanted to be racist. I have not had an encounter with somebody calling me the N word with the hard ER. I have not. And I'm not saying that nobody else ain't encountered that. I'm not pulling out no phone, just so y'all know, okay? That way you see me on the news or something somewhere, you be like, wow, that woman love God. I do. Okay. But you don't get it twisted. Before I was a healer, I was a hoodlum. Okay. Before I was a healer, I was a hoodlum. I'll just keep it like that. Now let's go move on to the next. And I said that to say this. That man made everybody. Biden had racial undertones. Trump, they all said some racist stuff. We ourselves have said some racist things against other people, other nationalities. But one thing that I will absolutely say is this man ain't arresting no African Americans. Where is y'all at? Is y'all heads in the sand? He's not arresting no African Americans. He's not arresting no American citizens. If they happen to get mixed up in a bunch because they don't have no ID or something like that, they are released. We don't know one American that has been held in captivity, okay, that can legally identify. There would be an absolute outrage, and I would be a part of the outrage if that ever happened, okay? They are arresting people who came in here with very, very, very bad intentions. When I tell y'all that we are in trouble, we are in a lot of trouble. And that's not just because of the research that I have done. That is via Holy Spirit, because he knows all things. If I don't know nothing and you don't know nothing, the Holy Spirit knows all things. He will lead us and guide us into all truth. Okay? He will tell you and cause you, go look for that. Go research that. Go check out what that is. And lead you to the truth. So I know by the Spirit, we are in very big trouble because of the people that we have allowed. When they were letting all of these different nations up in here, I already knew then. And being out here in California in the midst of all of this that I am dealing with, I understand the mission. I understand the assignment. I thought it was about one group of people, which it still is about those group of people, the less fortunate. He is allowing me to see the greed and the corruption. But one thing that he is allowing me to see, do you understand me, is the invasion of this nation. It is sickening. Literally, we have been overtaken. And I'm not saying that lightly. We have been overtaken. And the work that we must do, we got to do it as a unit. I hope y'all hear everything that I am saying. The work that we got to do in order to preserve ourselves has to be done as a unit. We got to put politics to the side because we're being played. We got to put race to the side because there's only one race, the human race. Okay? We don't have to like each other, dap each other up for us to come together, knit together, and look out for one another. I ain't got to like you to make sure you eat. I don't got to like you, you know what I'm saying, to make sure that you are safe and protected. Make sure that I am not allowing anybody to harm you on my watch. I don't got to like you. And you ain't got to like me. But you best believe I'm not allowing anybody to do anything to you. Hello, somebody. Let me go to the next one. Okay, let me check my time because I got some stuff. Okay, when I get close to the time, I'll let y'all know we'll have to do a part 2 if it comes to that. But y'all need to see this. Okay, y'all just need to see this because this is what's really going on. And again, it ain't just these people out here in America. In California, the Indians got this on lock. Straight up. Out here in California, the Indians and the Chinese, but more so the Indians, and all the commercial real estate and land and property buildings that they own is scary. It's really scary. I don't even see how people are still affording to live here. I really don't. They have raised the bar so high, and now I understand the homelessness. I can't believe it. I understand the homelessness now because we have been overtaken. Check this out. Oh, hold on. Let me pause that and then turn the volume up to Wanda. That would be great.
Real warning to America. Watch this.
Warning to America. The mayor of Dearborn, Michigan is a Muslim. The mayor of New York City is a Muslim.
Tied to Jeffrey Epstein, that is.
The mayor candidate of Minneapolis is a Muslim. The mayor of St. Louis Park is a Muslim. You have to wake up or else your country will be Islamized. A Muslim imam, I was listening to him. He lives in Florida, USA. He says,
America will be a Muslim country. Islam will enter every house,
every state, every city, every home, and in every church. And when your enemy speaks like that, believe your enemy.
Period. When I tell you we have so many videos of them saying, America will become a Muslim country. It's their religious duties to prepare the world for their Mahdi, okay? And their Mahdi can only come in chaos, in war. I need y'all to go study that. I'm not telling you to go study that religion, but if you are, I'm not going to say battling because, you know, that's a heavy word to use, but if you are opposing someone, you better know information related to the opposer that you're opposing. A football team don't go play against a football team. They have no idea about how they move, what plays they going to move, you know, they know nothing about that. When we go to war in the natural, our military knows inside and out the tricks, the traps that the people that they're going to war with, you know, that they put down, how they move, you know, do they move by night? Do they move by water? They study their opponent because you can never overcome your opponent unless you know your opponent. They have let some very dangerous, I don't care about nobody else. It's my religion. If you don't bow down to that, I can show y'all. New York is trash. And so is America. And so is Dearborn, Michigan. And so is Minnesota. Okay. And I have to pause the video, okay, because they will give me copyright if I do not. I have to add my commentary to the video, or I would just let them all run. Please share this if you have not.
I am rebuking that Muslim imam. I am rebuking the spirit of Islam. And we are declaring that America belongs to Christianity. The UK belongs to the God of the Bible. Australia belongs to the God of the Bible. I am warning Australia, UK, and America. Stop mixing with foreign gods. That was the
That's what took down the other nations. Oh, this is a land of the free. You have a freedom to your religion, man. Y'all don't know what in the hell y'all done did by doing this. Y'all don't know what y'all done did by doing this. Because when I pull out or you go and research, I'm going to skip over some of these. What is this? This is a big one that I want us to be aware of, okay? Because I talked about universal basic income and Elon Musk and how they all feel. We getting up to the one world order that they gonna confess out of their mouth, not out of minds. We're getting there. See, that sounds so good, don't it? Just apply, stop working, and go ahead and start collecting guaranteed income. This is a setup from the pits of hell. And I'm going to tell you why. If they can track it, they can control it. If I'm giving you guaranteed income, senior citizens, stop working, you don't have to get into the workforce. Why would that be? In order for any economy to be great, there have to be labor being performed in the workforce. Why all of a sudden, why did you trick those people to working 40 years for 40 hours a week to retire on 40% and $2,000 to $3,000 a month? That's all you want to give them, and they can stop working. They don't have to have no paperwork, no good health. You get guaranteed income that we can control. If you're spending too much on red meat, if you think you're taking too many vacations, if you're not treating the air quality the right way, we went over that with the map that I just showed you. Everything that will be tied to digital identity in the next 3 years. Banking, healthcare, traveling, e-commerce, selling, filing taxes, telecommunications. You can't have a cell phone or phone. I went over all of this with everybody. It's all about control. That's what they want. It's control. I'm moving through here real quick. Hold on. Let me pull up. I got so many of them. I hope I can get through them all. Let's see which one I want to. Let me get up here to the top. So Donald Trump has a, I'm going to just go to the New World Order, okay? I'm going to get to there because I got some other stuff I want to talk about before I play that video. I have a lot of other stuff that I need to share with y'all, okay? But the most important is about the cash being gone in 18 months and this New World Order. Now, there's some things that I'm not going to be able to get into, but you can go and look for yourself, and I'm going to give you the information to be able to do that right now. I want you to go look at the new war coin. I told y'all Donald Trump created his own financial system. That way, when the old American system came out of his mouth, he said the old system is outdated and there needed to be a new financial system. It was time for an upgrade. Him and his family went and created the world financial system. Okay. It's where you can trade. You had foreign countries already putting in, for securities for this because he declared that we will be the crypto capital of the world. Since the dollar bill has died, now we need a new currency, which will be crypto, decentralized crypto. So he made this announcement that we will become the crypto capital of the world. We have no digital assets. Many of us don't know nothing about no crypto. Okay. And on the 24th of February, they plan on unveiling this new coin. It's going to make a lot of people a lot of money. I'm not going to cap. It's going to make a lot of people a lot of money. And this man is allowing us, that's one thing that he is allowing us to do. He is allowing us to get in on the wealth transfer before they completely shut it down. While they are setting up this one world system, this one world order, I'm going to let you hear it from his vice president's mouth. I'm going to let you hear it from his secretary's mouth. He's even said it from his own mouth. I'm going to let you hear that too. But I told y'all, money is not backed by anything but war. I also got to show y'all what the Pentagon said about the nuclear, because I want to share at least, about the cash being gone in 18 months. I want to share with y'all about the new world order that they have created. And right now, what they're allowing us to do is take advantage of the wealth that is being shifted and transferred right now before the whole entire system is, okay, we're done. And the way that they're doing this, I think it's intentional. I absolutely think it's intentional. Pay attention to all the countries that are implementing this digital ID, this digital ID, this digital ID, this digital currency, digital this, getting the banks ready, right? Because they have to phase it out. I tell y'all all the time, it's the slow roll for me. If they just went out and blatantly did it, that would cause, they would lose control of the world. All the citizens, like, when things like that happen and we have to react, we go into survival mode. Okay, we go into attack mode. They know that. You tell people you can't spend dollars today and nobody knows how they're gonna pay their bills, how they go, it's gonna cause massive pandemonium. So they're not doing it that way. They're doing it country by country, implementing these things like Vietnam. Go look it up. Froze 86 million bank accounts. Matter of fact, I'm gonna show it to you myself. I got time to do this. Vietnam. Oh, here we go, right here. Boom. So what they're doing is implementing this digital currency, this digital system, this digital ID stuff, and then they're crashing the dollar or whatever currency that they use. They're crashing it. So now they have this system because they can't just crash it without something in its place to replace it. Okay. September 21st, the Bank of Vietnam deactivated over 86 million bank accounts, nearly half of the country's total, as part of a major data cleansing initiative. This move requires biometric authentication to curb fraud, reduce cybercrime, and force alignment with a new national digital ID system. Okay? All of these countries are doing this. This took me back right here. Kenya ships newborns. Okay. Groundbreaking biometric tech brings Kenyan newborns. They say that this will allow vaccination management to track your kid in case it goes missing, or, you know, in case you're in a rural area, we don't know where to come get you to come and, you know, give you this jab, then, you know, we will be able to track you. This stuff, I'm telling y'all, it is a new world order. They finna tell you out their own mouth. Just wanted y'all to see a couple of headlines. Like I said, I got so much information to show y'all, and it ain't enough people on here getting this good old tea. Not the tea you sip, the tea that changed your life, transformational truth. Because this is sick. This is absolutely sick. Let me go on to the next one. Hold on one second. Let me pull this one up. Now, this is Robert Kiyosaki. Hold on. Am I going to play this one? Let me play a couple of these. Hold on. Let me play this one real quick. It did fall, but watch what happens on the 24th, okay? So many people will become super rich overnight, literally. But I don't think it's a coincidence that you would go and name your coin war coin.
Be the poorest country in the world starting now. You're going to see the biggest crashes happening right now. So that's good for me because the price of gold and silver go up. So this time I went to the slums of Mumbai. But what shocks most people is America never had slums like that. Today, slums are everywhere across America. The slums of Mumbai are spreading across America. So the big shift, it's Russia, China versus America, Europe. The Chinese are threatening to shift the yuan to gold. And if they do that, US dollar collapses. If that happens, America goes. So that's why I've been saying it's commodities, silver and gold. So when the dollar crashes, I get richer.
Okay. Now ask yourself, let's hop back over here because I'm going back and forth real quick. Hold on. I need y'all to see this. When the dollar crashes, what happens to silver and gold? If y'all been following me for a couple of days, you'll know, because I just mentioned this. Gold, not interested. Goodbye. Gold prices have experienced a massive rally, soaring over 60 to 70% in 1 year, driven by economic uncertainty, geopolitical tensions, and increased central bank reserves. As of early 2026, we still early in 2026, gold prices surged past $5,000 per ounce, marking a historic rise from roughly $2,000 per ounce at the beginning of 2024. Okay? Gold prices rose over 60% in 2025 and continue to hit a new record high, exceeding $5,000 per ounce in early 2026. This surge follows a 10% decline in the US dollar, with investors treating gold as a safe haven asset. Okay? The reason why gold is going up is because the dollar is going down. You got these people out here working for something that is absolutely trash. And when y'all destroy the dollar, what are the people going to have? I know what they gonna have. Okay, how United States purchasing power for the dollar. Okay, so it says since its inception, okay, the dollar have lost roughly 80 to 90% of its buying power since its inception. But I need y'all to see that United States purchasing power for the dollar at 95%. Where is the percentage sign at? It has lost over 95%. It's only 5% left of its purchasing power. And the key details regarding the decline in the U.S. dollar's purchasing power is, they try to say long-term erosion. The devil is a liar. No, they didn't went and created these BRICS systems and nations and everything else. The dollar is not backed up by anything but war. That's why we're still helping Ukraine, and that's why we're still helping Israel, because it ain't backed up by anything. The dollar is surviving only because they not done with their system, putting it into place. When Donald Trump signed that big old beautiful bill and that Genius Act, he said it then, give us 6 months. All systems will be put into place. We're still trying to figure out if this works like this, or how this certain technology is going to function. We got to have everything rock solid so that when we crash that dollar, our new system kicks in. And the terrible news about it all is that people who did not prepare, people who did not take advantage of the opportunity, people that sat around still trying to do things the great old American snake's way, it's going to suffer real bad. There ain't no ifs, ands, or buts about it. You are going to suffer. Why is Robert Kiyosaki going to get rich? Because he used their money to go buy him assets that made him more money to go buy him a gold mine. Now he uses his money to go mine gold and silver. He owns gold mines and did not use any of his money. He used the bank's money. He learned how to leverage debt the right way, not get in debt, but leverage debt the right way. And now this man owns a whole entire mining gold, several of them. And if you own some gold and some silver, you would be rich too. You would be rich. Problem is, gold and silver is so high now. You'd have to work 3 months to be able to afford an ounce. An ounce. And no, I'm not. That is about an ounce, size of an ounce. But think about it. $1 is just $1. A $20 is just $20. $100 is just $100. But an ounce of gold is over $5,000. Silver has skyrocketed 200% in the last year. Silver ain't just for coins. Silver is needed for elevators, smartphones, devices. If we were wise on our game plan, we could be rich just by investing in stocks. Why do you think Donald Trump went over there and took Venezuela? Do you think it was just because he needed oil? We make our own oil. Why do you think he was so invested in taking Greenland? Did you really think it was for the waterways? I know you did not. Trump took silver from Venezuela because this is what it was all about. Trump administration took control of significant assets focusing on oil, which led to a surge in precious metal prices. The administration confirmed the sale of $500 million in Venezuelan oil, raising concerns about resource seizure. Okay? Gold and silver prices spiked globally as safe haven response to the geopolitical tensions and the U.S. intervention, with silver rising nearly 5 to 10% in early January by itself. See, success leaves clues. We still trying to work for money. Why are we not investing in oil? Why are we not investing in silver? Why are we not investing in gold? Why are we not investing in land? Why is all these big typhoons and big heads and foreign people coming over buying up lots and lots of acres of land, 300,000? Why is the Muslims, because I'm going to show y'all that, building their own towns and cities? Why is everybody getting prepared except us? Epic City Muslim Community, Texas. Governor Abbott said, no, the hell y'all ain't. He been fighting them tooth and nail about this. Okay? Fighting them tooth and nail about this. I want y'all to see this Epic City. All Muslim community. Okay? All they houses is here. All they mosque is here. You know, everything about their shopping, school, everything is here in their city. Okay? I believe it's like 200, 400 acres of land. That's what it's going to look like. Massive. I don't know why my computer does that. Okay? That's what it's going to look like. They eat together. They share together. They buy from each other. You know, the whole 9 yards. I mean, houses for days. Why did this thing keep doing that? All back here. All these homes, Muslim only. Now, they come over here and just do that. Unheard of. But they doing it. Okay? That's for sure. They're doing it. Let me come back over here real quick. Let me check my time. All right. Let y'all hear this.
Country will crash its fiat currency. There will be no paper money in 18 months globally. It won't exist. It'll all be digital. Once each country has its own digital currency, that's the small step. They can't just go, okay, paper money's on, we're going to a global digital currency. Then that would tip people off to the whole scam that's happening. So they're doing it one country at a time to make it look like it's not all connected. Once each country cuts off the paper money and they have their digital currency in place, they will then finish crashing the whole world's economy. And then they will come out and say, we need a one world digital currency, but they've already got. The UN is already talking about, they've been working on this for 2 years, okay? It's already in place. They'll say we need a one world digital currency to stop all these crashes and things from happening ever again. It's for your protection. That's how they get the one world currency in place.
Okay, I want to show y'all. This stuff been here for a cool minute. Oh my goodness. Okay, I want y'all to see it with your own eyes. That way you don't think Dr. T is lying to you about anything. I've been doing my research on this. While people are still trying to go with this American lie and not really do what God has called them to do and purposed them to do, because that is what you are going to be accountable for. I don't care if that is preserving your family. Noah's assignment was to build so that God could fill and save his family from what he built. Joseph's assignment was to go ahead of his family so that he may preserve his family. The very people who hated him, the very people who wanted him unalived, he was put in charge. So was Moses. So was Abraham. So forth and so on. It is time for us to get our sugar, honey, iced tea together. Let's check out when BRICS was created. This ain't something new that just happened in 2020. Okay? They had this in 2018 already planned to come up with a system that will actually just kill the dollar. And now they are going to back up their digital currency with gold. That spells straight catastrophe for the United States. If they decide to say, today, we're backing up our digital currency with gold, America goes down. We are working backwards. If you are a believer and you have not listened to the words that Christ mentioned, if you don't know what the kingdom is about, the world is about buying, selling, and trading. The kingdom is about investing. It always said, a king has gone away to a far country and left his servants in charge. He want to see what you going to do with what's been given to you. Are you going to sit around and let everybody else dictate the narrative, how it's going to go, how your kids, they coming for your kids like never before, your grandkids, they coming for your kids. Meanwhile, they want us focused on ICE, black and white, politics, left or right, Epstein, P. Diddy. They want us focused on the dumb stuff. Meanwhile, they are creating a one world order, the beast system in real life. And none of it is conspiracy theory. What is that? Something that the FBI labeled people who told the truth so you wouldn't believe them and you would think that they were crazy. Let me come on up here to this new world order so y'all can hear that. And then you would have to just come back because I'm going to keep on saying it. Okay, let me show y'all this real quick. Hey, sister. Hi. I got to show y'all this, and I got to show y'all, if you are in these states, you need to really think about what your next move going to be. You really do. The saddest thing that I have ever witnessed was in Florida when they was getting ready to have that hurricane last year, and people were literally writing their names and date of birth on their arm, and they could not escape danger or get out of harm's way because they couldn't afford to. So they said, we'll just write our names and date of births on our hands in case you find our bodies. Ain't no what. Come on. Pentagon warns of future wars that will hit the U.S. soil as direct military threats grow. This is about nuclear weapons. Pentagon newly released National Defense Strategy warns that future wars may no longer be fought solely overseas, arguing the U.S. military must be prepared to conduct combat operations directly from the American homeland as adversaries gain the ability to strike the United States itself. Right here from within. Nuclear wars. Now, how in the Hades will we have a nuclear war within our own border, within our own territory? Y'all didn't know that those drones that were flying over New York and New Jersey last year were nuclear detecting drones, because they say a nuclear missile just went missing and they can't find it. That's why radiation was spiking in those areas, and people were becoming sick and having flu-like symptoms. That's why their water turned black. Go look it up. Everything I'm telling you, go look up. Trust me, I'm going to always do my research, then I'm going to present it to y'all. I've already presented it to you. I'm just recapping on that. We don't have to look without to be attacked, especially with no nuclear. We got sleeper cells here in the United States that all they have to do is give the signal, and everything happens simultaneously. They set up in every state. You don't know if it's right next door to you, right in your backyard, right behind you, around the block, up the ditch. You don't know. Nobody does, but they hear and they ready. They just waiting on the call. They just waiting on the signal. Go ahead, take them out. Hold on. I'm going to have to come back and show y'all that. I'm going to have to show y'all that. Let me show y'all this one right here. Okay. I will show y'all this one right here. And then I need to find that one. Okay. Yeah, let me play this one real quick. And then let me get these queued up so I can just have them prepared and ready to go. Hold on 1 second. Let me get this one queued up. Okay, these are going to be the last 2 or 3 that I share with y'all. Let me pause this one, and then let me get this one queued up too. Hold on. All right. Let me stop the share over here, and let's get straight to it. Now, if y'all don't know how the dollar, I just shared with y'all how the dollar is going to die in 18 months, but also they're saying in the next 3 to 6 months, AI will go ahead and just put the nail in the coffin. It will cause the crash. It's already causing a lot of crashes. Housing crash, automobile crash, you know, the American American citizens are in over $200 million in credit card debt. They cannot pay their credit cards back. Okay. Ain't no banks being bailed out. You just lost money. Let me go ahead and share these last 3 clips with y'all real quick. Let me go to this one first.
It explains why ICE is pushing up on the land, these terror cell organizations.
40,000 ISIS and Al Qaeda workers and soldiers infiltrated the border. We just seen Afghani shoot National Guard. In Chicago, they found an apartment filled with C4 explosives, fire department uniforms, and police officer uniforms. This ain't about the guys hanging outside the Home Depot and the 7-Eleven. Our sovereignty is under attack because the Islamic State has been named as a terror organization. That's going to trigger attacks. In the Quran, it says, kill the non-believers. We have 40,000 Somalis who was using the unemployment system to send money back to Al-Shabaab, the same group. I'm just out there negotiating the freedom of children. That's what's going on in our country. So people talking about defund the police and they talking about ICE is all this, man, bro. In our communities, you have terror cells operating, point blank, period. 40,000 Chinese nationals crossed the border. Then what do they find? They find a sim farm in New York where they had the infrastructure to take out 200 million phone lines. That's what's going on. Our national security has been.
Big homie explain.
Straight up. This was going on while we out there marching and talking about, listen, this is what is going on, and we are just oblivious. We're going on to the next.
Oh, I don't know if you're all still getting distracted with the Epstein files, but the conspiracy theorists were right again, as the New World Order has just been announced. Watch this.
The progress that we have made in the partnership.
They saved the house.
Sets us up well for the New World Order.
Davos, we know there's the big housing speech. What else can we anticipate?
There's also going to be some look at the New World Order that President Trump is creating.
Just hold on. Just hold on. What did y'all hear? Did I hear correctly? Did they just tell everybody that on the mainstream news channel? Did you hear what I hear? I'm gonna just wait for y'all to answer me because I got to know, did my cousins hear that or not? Let me just hear y'all thoughts. What did y'all hear? Come on, man. Let me check the comments. Did y'all hear that or not? Oh, let me replay it because y'all didn't hear that. Y'all ain't said a word. Let me replay that.
So I don't know if you're all still getting distracted with the Epstein files, but the conspiracy theorists were right again, as the New World Order has just been announced. Watch this.
The progress that we have made in the partnership sets us up well for the New World Order.
Okay? That's Prime Minister of Canada. Partnership with China set them up well for the New World Order. Then Trump. Let's keep watching.
Davos, we know there's the big housing speech. What else can we anticipate?
There's also going to be some look at the new world order that President Trump is creating.
Okay, we can stop that and let's go on over here to JD Vance, because y'all know I don't just put stuff in my captions and just be capping. I don't do clickbait type of stuff. Told y'all the dollar will be completely gone in 18 months. That means that's how much time you got to get as much of it as you can and transform it into assets. Now we are a new world order. Okay. Before I let you hear JD Vance say it, I want y'all to pay attention, because I know y'all ain't been paying attention to this mighty dollar that we go and we work so hard for. It's so hard, it's sickening. Okay. We work so hard for this thing. Okay. It say in God we trust, but what God? What God? Is it that God? The all-seeing eye of Horus? Annuit Septis? Bet y'all don't even know what that means. You just go to work for this. You know, this God, this all-seeing eye. I'm watching you. So, Wanda, what are you talking about? It's right here on our money. Novos Ordo Seclorum. Because that's what that God gonna do. Novos Order Seclorum. New World Order. In honor of the God that they trust in. Horus. We working for a demonic system that is working against us and using our labor and using our time and using our muscle to build weapons of mass destruction against us. Homelessness is a weapon of mass destruction. Hunger is a weapon of mass destruction. Look what's happening in Africa and in other poor countries. They have weaponized food and water and health treatment and care and all of this stuff. But this ain't no surprise. No, they've been flashing it on us for a long time, okay? We just ain't been paying attention. We study trying to work for that mighty dollar. That's trash. We ain't been playing the real game. We ain't been playing the real game because nobody never taught us the real game. But that don't mean that we couldn't teach ourselves once we was up of age to learn it. No, that ain't what that means. Hold on. I want you to hear this.
Because everyone who claims Christ.
Hold on.
What's happening culturally in Europe, what's
Very
their
sad.
crackdowns on free speech, and they just look less and less like we do.
Hold on.
Trade. There's a new world order in globalization and the way that we invest in our economy versus, foreign supply chains. There's a new world order, and that the president is willing to shake up some old alliance structures. I mean, NATO, I think, is much different because of the president's leadership than it was 10 years ago. It was sort of coasting. It was effectively a protectorate of the United States of America. Obviously, you saw what happened in Venezuela. So, yeah, the president is putting a stamp on world history, but fundamentally in an America First way.
Did y'all hear JD Vance? President is putting together his new world order. Canada, they're going along with their new world order. Okay. Anybody signed up for what? Anybody know or signed up for this new world order? What is this new world order? Because ain't no clickbait over here. This is straight from the horse's mouth. This is who's running the country. Fox News and told you. Trump is, he's getting together all of the paperwork and documents for this new world order. Now, JD Vance, why are leaders suddenly comfortable saying this out loud? And what happens next? This was said out loud on camera deliberately because they don't give a frank and dog. They don't care if you know or not what you're going to do. We got y'all in the right position, bent over with no Vaseline. You don't own any of these assets. You ain't going to be able to take care of yourself and your family. You ain't going to be able to do it. You've been working for us all this time. Thank you. Salute to you. Okay? Great job. Thank you. You allowed us to implement the beast system that we've always dreamt of since Satan fell from heaven. Thank you. Thank you for your participation. Now off with your heads. Off with your head. What new world order? What about the people that's been locked into the old order? What they gonna do? One more time so y'all can hear Mr. J.D. Vance. Let's give it up for Vice President J.D. Vance and Donald Trump for being complicit and creating a new world order that is going to harm and hurt and unalive and degradize millions of people around the world because we is greedy as hell and we want to control and run everything. We are gods. For just like our father Satan said, we will ascend, okay, to the highest of the highest, and we will control people and weather and food. We will do that.
What's happening culturally in Europe?
What's happening culturally in Europe? And you guys can go and look at this interview. It's out now on YouTube at the Megyn Kelly Show, okay? But we just wanted to specifically talk about this clip. She asked about what's going on at the UN with censorship, and he just busts out and say, okay, you hear it for yourself. Let me turn this all the way up.
What's happening culturally in Europe? What's
Very
their
sad.
crackdowns on free speech? They just look
sad.
less and less like we do.
Yeah.
And there's a real question about whether there's a massive shift happening now in terms of world alliances long term.
Well, there's definitely, I think, a new world order. I think the president has sought to it. There's a new world order in trade. There's a new world order in globalization and the way that we invest in our economy versus, foreign supply chains. There's a new world order and that the president is willing to shake up some old alliance structures. I mean, NATO, I think, is much different because of the president's leadership than it was 10 years ago. It was sort of coasting. It was effectively a protectorate of the United States of America. Obviously, you saw what happened in Venezuela. So, yeah, the president is putting a stamp on world.
Obviously, y'all saw what happened in Venezuela. Obviously, y'all saw what they just did with Greenland. Obviously, everybody now knows there is a new world order. I would just like to know, what does that mean? That's all. What y'all think it means? Y'all ain't talking back to me. Y'all too quiet. If y'all ain't gonna speak, leave. I sure know I'm not talking to no machine or no robot. I know that there are human beings behind these accounts, behind the numbers that are on the screens, listening. Why is this doing that? Get up out of here with that. Sorry for the things we made. I guess they mad because all right, Brother Robert, thank you. Let me see if I can take this off. It won't even let me click. Okay, so they're not even allowing me to share anything else. Let me look it up on my phone. Okay. Sometimes they do that. When I done been a naughty girl and I didn't share too much stuff, now they start controlling my tabs. I can't open tabs. I have to restart my whole computer. That's what's happening now. So let's see, what is the new world order? Really wanted y'all to see that. I really wanted y'all to see that list. The New World Order is a common conspiracy theory alleging a secret elite group conspiring to establish a totalitarian one world government, replacing sovereign nation states. It suggests a globalist agenda to control political and financial systems through crisis. Historically, the term has also referred to major shifts in global power, such as World War I, or proposed peaceful internationalist governance. Ain't that what we seen in the beginning? Ain't that what we seen in the beginning? Ain't that the very first video I played where now the investors will control territories? There will be no kingdoms. There will be kings with no kingdoms, just investors. This whole Board of Peace was all about, maintaining and controlling what happens during a financial crisis, what happens during a war, what happens during a pandemic. The investors will come in and be kings without ruling, dictating over kingdoms. There won't be no more elections. There won't be any more, voting. And they say that it is a conspiracy theory about totalitarianism, but Donald Trump is signing paperwork for the New World Order, and J.D. Vance just said out his mouth that Donald Trump is setting a New World Order economically, financially, okay, to require peace to be amongst certain countries where you control that, you could, everything that this man just did is with the New World Order. So my question to you is, are you prepared for the New World Order? Will you comply? Will you surrender? What will you do? And how will you do it? I'm going to start opening up a phone line so y'all can call in. Or I'm going to drop the link. Okay? Just waiting to get back home, get situated and settled. But this is going to be next level because I want to hear from y'all. And I'm not going to give you the opportunity to hide behind a keyboard and not address things that we should be coming together collectively having discussions about. We all should be involved in talks. What is going on? What are we going to do? We too quiet on the situation. Yep. Have you noticed a lot of gun carrying Caucasian guys with guns haven't been voicing their views? Yeah. Because they are prepared. I'm in groups with them. They say they have their popcorn ready. They not tripping. They ready to defend this country. Literally. They bout that life when it comes to this country and their freedom and all that other stuff. I have so much more information to show y'all, but unfortunately, I told y'all we was going to be here for a cool minute, an hour and 32 minutes long of just showing you back to back to back to back what in the hell is going on. If you are not prepared for this, you are in a dangerous situation. Because when the dollar that everybody is working for, I don't know if y'all seen it. I'll get those queued up for y'all too. When the dollar collapsed, I believe it was in Nigeria. All them people was out there throwing their money in the streets. It was no good. And they were forced just like that in a blink of an eye to comply with digital ID. They try to hold it off for like 3 or 4 days till their stomach started touching their backs, I guess. Then they all just flopped. Go look it up. If you don't go look it up, then the next time I sit down here with y'all to go over this information, I will gladly share it with you. I'm going to tell you what me and several others are doing and what opportunities I have available for you to literally take your trash, aka cash, and start turning it into some investments. Bottom line. If you only have a short time and they about to crash the dollar, why are you still trying to work for it? Why are you still trying to hoard it? Why are you still trying to save it? Why are you still trying to keep it? Why? You're going to be ASS'd out in uno momento. In just a moment. There will be nothing you will be able to do. Anything, there will be nothing you will be able to do. So you need to be able to have a way to get rapid cash fast, rapid revenue. You need a way to make your life simplistic and still be able to get a lot of cash fast. Okay? What event is President Trump going to come up with to try to railroad the midterm election? Civil war. He already said that out of his mouth. I shared it over here on this platform. He already said that out of his mouth. During midterms, this is why all of this is happening. Midterms is right at the end of this year. And he said it out of his mouth. If we are in a war or there's some type of natural, disaster, I share that. I'll have that queued up for y'all again too, so you can hear it, because I'm never going to put words in their mouth. They can sue me. I'm only going to report the facts. And when I report the facts, I know exactly what I'm doing, because you'll never come for me for defamation or lying to get clicks. I'm not that type, okay? I'm just not. I'm just not. But what I will say is that all of this is by design. That's why you should be taking your life serious by design. This is not a time to go get rich and just kick it and do all the things you've always wished that you could do since you were a kid. Now, this is not that time. This is a time to build. It's a time to mobilize. It's a time to stabilize. It's a time to rise. It is a time to get in position. It is a time to take charge. It is a time to take back territory. God did his part. He said the wealth of the wicked is stored up. I let them store it up for you. Now go get it. Go get it. Very first opportunity I'm going to give y'all to actually go get you $75,000 of your money back. Okay? No credit check involved at all. No income documents needed at all. All they need is intent. What's your intentions? What do you want to do with this money? Why? And that's already pre-written for you, so you don't have to think about what to say. Everything is legally done for you, legitimately done for you, except filling out your name and how much money you want. You can ask for $10,000, you can ask for $15,000, you can ask for $75,000. It's a $75,000 play. Okay? Everything done for you, the application, step-by-step walk through what to put, where to put it at, the verbiage that needs to be used. Here's the exact script that you need to have. It guarantees you get $75,000. It guarantees you get $75,000. If all of us here went and got $75,000, somebody put the number in the chat. How much will we have collectively? And with the number that we would have collectively, do you think we will be able to go buy a whole bunch of land, get rid of rent? That's the first thing need to go. If I own land, I don't have to have rent. That's the first thing need to go. That is the biggest expense outside of taxes. Taxes is number one. Rent is number two. That's where a lot of your money go to. So you get rid of rent. Now you're in a better position with some breathing room. Now you got a little bit more money to afford your food or plant you some. You got land. You got land. 750,000. My. If we all got 75,000, we would all collectively have $750,000. 250, a quarter million of a million. Okay, we would just be $250,000 shy. And if y'all shared with everybody and we had a whole bunch of people in here, okay, we could do over $1 million together collectively. Build our own cities, police our own selves, have our own banks. That's what we need. Have our own bank, have our own bartering system. That way, when y'all crash y'all system, the people that don't want to go along with y'all program, they can come buy from us. They can come bank with us. They can come get their health care with us. We have our own hospital, urgent care facility. We have our own school. Okay? Those are the type of moves we need to be making. We can protect each other. Oh, you ain't got no bread? Okay, what you got? I got a little quarter piece of some gold. Okay, we exchange. You got bread now. We wouldn't need their dollar bill system or they beast chips and microplant. We wouldn't need that. If we was able to come together and get the young people on board who know how to create apps and platforms and ISOs, and we wouldn't need to have none of their systems, none of their cell phones. We wouldn't need any of that. Problem is we distracted. I have the $75,000 step-by-step play that y'all can go run that bad boy up and have it in your bank account in lesser than 30 days. If you want that, put a 1 in the chat. I'm going to give it to you for $97. If you want the $75,000 play that is not going to be contingent off your credit, I know a lot of my cousins' credit is shot out. You didn't even got to have credit. I know some of y'all ain't making a whole bunch of money right now, so the income ain't matching up. You ain't got to have no income, okay? You got to have intent. This comes right back from the government, okay? They took it from us. Let's take it back from them. It's called plundering. Let me get mines back. Thank you, Uncle Sam, who I've never met, nobody's never seen. You're just an entity, a created figure that's out here telling people if they don't pay you, they going to prison. Let me get mines back. Okay, and I just like to say this. These are on live opportunities only. If you didn't catch the last live when I offered you an even greater discount, then that's on you and not on me. If you need some emergency cash and you need to get access to $75,000, you can pay me $97. I will give you the full walkthrough, the full breakdown, the full play, and you can go get you $75,000 without running your credit and without having to show any proof of income or having to have a certain amount of income, etc. You will be able, everybody that runs the play will be able to get the $75,000. If you want that, put a 1 in the chat. And these are only on live opportunities. It's scrolling right across the bottom of the screen. I know y'all can't see that over here, so I must say that out loud, okay? It's my verbal confession. This is an on live only opportunity, meaning it is still available after the live, okay? But you're going to pay me full price for it. It's just the way it goes. $297 will be the full price. And every time I offer it, if I offer it at a discount, it's just going to go up more and more. It's just going to go up more and more. Okay? $97 for the $75,000 play. I also have a $250,000 play in 30 days where you can go get you $50,000 to $75,000 within 3 to 5 days using fintech banks. Okay? It's a play. How you do it. Say, well, Dr. T, you ain't did it. I've showed y'all many receipts. I showed y'all too many receipts. So many that people be like, why you got to show your, they be thinking I'm flexing on you. I'm not flexing on you. I done did this for me and multiple other people. I'm taking something out of my mastermind so that you can go get some emergency cash without having to go the traditional route or having to work, until you faint, until you fall out. This is $250,000 that you can have in your account in 30 days. Let me tell you the benefit of both of these. As long as you can help people find money, you will never not have any your own. If I give you this play, now you have a play that actually you don't have to do no work, okay? If you go and do your own and you learn how to do it, guess what? Now you can charge what you want to charge to help people get funding. You can do that, which is another stream of income from a $97 investment. And trust me, I'm not here to convince you, not even a little bit. You're going to pay one way or the other in life. It's going to be with your money or it's going to be with your time. You can pay and invest into yourself, or you can keep on paying and investing into this system that absolutely hates you, that feels like you are a part of the problem on planet Earth. They want to depopulate you. They want to cripple you and not allow you to be able to function in society unless you obey their rules. So either way, doesn't matter to me. I'm 1000% legitimately cool with it. And I absolutely know I'm not here for everybody, but I am here for somebody. And if you are that somebody, I showed up for you. Just know that. Okay? It's not enough for us to just sit up and listen to what they're doing to us. That is some type of trauma. To see people coming, oh, they finna come. Oh, they this close. Oh my God, they this close. Oh my God, they this close. I surrender. You know, you can't do anything. I'm giving y'all access to resources and to game that cost me hundreds of thousands of dollars to learn the play. And then once I learned the play, I was able to do the play. Okay? Receipts backed. And I didn't show them to you. You want to go get $250,000? Everybody can qualify. Everybody can qualify. The $75,000 one, okay? No credit check, no none of that. The $250,000, you at least need a 540. And if you don't have a 540 right now, that's cool. Somebody who do can take advantage of the opportunity. Buy it from you. You don't even got to do it for them. Now you have a tool in the digital space that you can actually sell. Hey, anybody need $250,000 with a 540 credit score within your bank account within 30 days or less? Comment me below. Who you think ain't finna comment and ain't finna need no money? Let's be realistic. Let's be realistic. And you say, hey, you can buy this from me for this price. Set your own price, but you can buy it from me for $197. Okay, $97 for the $75,000 play, $197 for the $250,000 play. You can put a 2 in the chat. Okay. Let me put my information on here because people be like, well, okay, I'll put a 2 in the chat, I'll put a 1 in the chat. How do I do this? How do I pay this? This is all my contact information. These are all the payment platforms that I am accepting at this time. This is only on live opportunities only, meaning at the rate or the price that I am quoting here on this live, you can cop it for that price. You can still cop it later on, but you're going to pay full price for it. Moving along. I still have one spot that I opened up. I opened up 2 and 1 is already gone. In the mentorship, okay? I'm going to show you how to go get $250,000 for yourself first. I'm also going to show you how to start a funding company for yourself that will help other people get funded where you will pay yourself no lesser than at least $6,000. If I show you how to go get $60,000 in funding, that is a $6,000 payout for you, 10% commission. You ain't got to do nothing. Nothing. Gather 3 or 4 pieces of information. What's your name? What's your address? What's your email address? And what is your social? Okay, now I've matched you with these lenders. They approved you for $67,000. Would you like to take it all? Yes, I would. Okay, cool. I'm finna go ahead and accept all 3 of them for you, okay? I'm gonna advise you, because I'm gonna advise you how to help them make better choices with the money. Even though it is their money, they can go do whatever they want with it. I will advise you and give you the game and the framework of what they can do with that $67,000. how they can go buy already business that is producing cash flow, how they can actually go and invest in a multifamily home, only having to put $20,000 down. Okay. Pull that $20,000 back out of it and go rinse, wash, and repeat. This is not single family. This is multifamily, as well as get $20,000 in of that money, okay, tax free, because you invest into this mentorship. That is also a tax write-off. I'm also going to give you your very first client. I am going to give you access to systems and software that will actually be able to generate you 40 to 50 leads every single week. You get somebody approved for $1 million in funding, then that is $100,000 payout for you. You will also get access to banking reps. Okay. When these people get money or they get approved for the credit, if you on a personal side go and max out your credit card, that'll tank your credit score. On a business side, it will not. So instead of you just having $100,000 just in credit or whatever the case may be, no, we can help them go and liquidate that credit card, meaning take all of the money out. Yes, they will pay a small fee to have the money liquidated, but they will liquidate the money. You will get access to my banking reps. You will get access to the person who liquidates the company, who liquidates the credit cards. They will have the money in their account within 24 to 48 hours. You get access to all of that, and I only have one spot left. I will ensure and guarantee you that you will get access to $250,000 first. And then why? Because we want you to do it first. We want you to learn how to do it so that you know what you're doing. And then we will help you with your first client. So then you already have your money times 5 came back to you, because you will not charge no lesser than $6,000 to get somebody funded for $60,000. I know where to go get funding stacking up to $150,000, right? That's $15,000 for you per person. I have one spot, and the Holy Spirit told me to open up the 2 spots. Okay. We already full. We already closed. We take off. Okay. Mondays, we implement. We get straight to the bag. You get access to trade lines. You become a trade line plug. You get access to credit sweeps. Okay. You help people sweep their credit. We help you find your targeted customers and clients, which are tax professional, real estate agents, brokers, the big dog. So you get some high paying clients who might need to close on a house in 30 days. You've got access to the trade line plug, $40,000, $50,000 credit line. Been in business 11 years. Now they got 11 years worth of history. They didn't boost it. Their score 100 to 200 points. They close on a house. We got a client just got approved for a $400,000 home using this same play. Okay. I only have room for one more of you. I close it down. I actually listened to the Holy Spirit. Okay. I came on here 2 days ago and said, I'm going to open up 2 spots. First one noon. Yeah, that's 100% for me. So I'm going to offer the opportunity. I'm not offering it anymore. Okay. You will pay me $10,000 to be able to get access to all of that. That's just hands down. You will pay me $10,000 moving forward. I will let that one person in for $997. One-time payment, $997. I'm going to definitely show you where to go get $25,000 off the rip. I'm going to show you where to go get $2,500 off the rip. I'm going to show you how to get your money back, right? Because once you have your money back, you're in profit mode, and that's the way that I roll. When I make investments, I want to make my money back first. I want to have action to make my money back, because now everything else is free and everything else is profitable, okay? I only have one spot. Are you the one that God sent me here for on today? I'm going to show you what to do with the money so that you can go put yourself in a position. Now, I know that's a lot of value for $997, where I'm going to show you where to go buy you a multi-family, triplex, duplex, fourplex. So you never have to worry about no rent. You can actually live in one unit, rent out 3. You don't have to live in one unit. I'm going to show you the areas where you can buy them and how you can use government's money to actually acquire them. It's a lot of value, okay? So I don't want to stay there in that vein too long. I've given you a lot of value. A lot of value. Is there any questions for me? I don't want anybody to think that somebody would have to beg you or prime you or pump you to do something different. Everybody gonna see with their own eyes in a minute. And literally, I'm just here as a messenger and as a servant to serve God's people who are ready and willing to be served, unafraid and unashamed. Who know I see clearly what is happening and I need to make my next move my best move. And if they're going to take my cash from me and I'm not going to be able to use this, then I better invest in something so that I can make a rapid amount. If you get one client at $6,000, you can go buy your ounce of gold. That's for sure. Turn around the next day, get another one. Now you got 2 ounces. You get 5 clients in 1 week. You can take 2 of the sales from 2 clients and buy you 2 ounces of gold every week, rinse, wash, and repeat. Then you can put the other money into other things, okay? My time is up here. My time is 100% up. Is there any questions for me? My job is to show you. I don't want to just show you and leave you hanging. I think that's evil. Look, y'all. Oh my God, what are we going to do? No, that is not the God that I serve. He makes a way of escape, and this is a way of escape for us. And one thing that I do know, with having multiple businesses, been in this business space for the last 7 years, one thing that I do know is the best niche or the best industry to be in outside of everything in order is helping people change their credit, fix their credit, repair their credit, maintain their credit, and helping people get money. That is a business model that is in business 365 days of the year. Rain, winter, sleet, hurricane, tornado, fall, summer, doesn't matter. Everybody needs money at all times. I don't care if you got a lot of it. You still need more of it, or you want more of it. It's the best business model to have, okay? Since y'all quiet as a mouse, I'm going to go ahead and end this. Instagram cousins, y'all already know, because y'all can see the information that is over here on this screen. Hit the DM if you are interested in any of those 3 opportunities. You have 1 hour legitimately to hit me up. I will send you the information and get you well on your way, okay? Okay, nobody say that they was out, that they is without excuse. Nobody. We see, and we see for a reason. We see not so we can say we see. We see so we can prepare and preserve ourselves from having to suffer. It's going to be one of the 2 roads we take, the road to succeed or the road of suffering. But the choice is ours. And that's what I love about God. He is a perfect gentleman. He gives you control. He gives you control over your future, over your finances, over your family. He gives you the control. It's in your hand. Okay? So I love y'all. If ain't nobody told y'all that today, I love you. I'm not just talking to you. I teach you what I'm doing because I only do what I teach. And y'all done seen receipts. I'm not a weirdo that just wanted to go buy 15, 20 acres of land. God strategically told me what to buy. And my land has water on it. I own my rights to my own water. I don't have to drink their water. My land has its own power poles, its own septic tank. I'm going to show you how to go get the money so I can give you the plug on where to go buy all this land. Buy lakes. I don't care what they do, okay? If they want to shut down stuff, you be able to fish. Better get back to the basics. Okay. All right, y'all. My time is up. I'm out. And until the next time, I always say this: go in peace, and you will not go into pieces. When this live ends, you will see me again, friend. But today's prices will not be tomorrow's. I'm out. Peace.